Welcome to the family with
Alex Brant Bernard Rasmussen.
And Andy Brant Bernard.
Why is my face so red?
Looks like something on your screen.
Anger.
I'm really pissed off. What do you mean on my screen?
Looks like there's an orange light coming out of your screen.
Yeah, like do you have a story up that has a lot of orange or red?
No, your picture. That's what I have up. You and Andy's video.
Oh.
But there's something beneath. I don't know why my face is so red. That's weird.
Sunburn?
No, that's not it either.
I got sunburned yesterday.
Oh, you did?
It was very warm and very sunny. Very sunny.
Is officially.
Yep, it's back.
Back.
Although we're going to be down in the mid 50s again this week. So.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be rainy, which is good. We need rain. So
we do.
I'm A-okay with a couple of rainy days.
There you have it.
Very green.
Let me see. Yeah, see, that goes away if I turn the light. Well, it doesn't come, but then you can't see me. So you can either see a red.
Yeah, your light's very orange. You could probably swap out the bulb for something cooler.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Whatever.
So what's the latest? What's new?
Boy, it was beautiful here this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
We spent most of our days outside. There's a new 30-minute episode of Bluey.
Yep, we watched it.
Yep, the sign.
We watched it. And the previous one, the
Ghost Basket?
Yes, Ghost Basket.
Yes, we love Ghost Basket.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Sage immediately went and did Ghost Basket.
Oh, Fawn and Sage now call each other whatever the old lady names are.
Oh, Janet and Rita.
Janet and Rita. Mm-hmm. They're always just, Janet, come here, will you, sweetheart?
Yep.
They do that?
The grannies, yep.
The grannies.
It's pretty funny, actually.
I know, they're pretty hilarious. Bluey's just the best. Yeah, last night we were like, because they asked me to watch Bluey. I had to go to the grocery store, but Dan wasn't done with yard work yet. And so I was like, I'm going to leave. You guys can watch Bluey for like 20 minutes until Dad's done, and then he'll come in.
So I don't know if any listeners here are, have kids and are looking forward to this new episode, but I don't know. We probably should avoid spoiling anything.
I'm not spoiling anything.
Way to go, Alex.
I'm just saying.
Spoiling anything.
It was a very good episode.
It was really good. And so most Bluey episodes are like 7-8 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first full-length, like, regular TV.
Yeah, it's 28 minutes, I think. 4 episodes in one, basically.
Yeah. So I was like, I went on the app and I was like, oh, there's a new Bluey episode, because they had seen Ghost Basket, the newer-ish one, when we were in Florida. Because at Disney World, it's like Disney channels, and that's pretty much it. And so they saw that, and I was like, I think this is a new one. And then they kept announcing the third full-length 30-minute Bluey episode.
Right.
And I forgot what day it was out. And so they were looking and wanted to watch Ghost Basket. And I was like, the sign is out. And so I was like, okay, tonight after dinner, we'll all go down to the basement and we'll have because I was like, I want to see it. So we watched it after we were outside like 95% of waking hours yesterday. And then
so Ghost Basket, it ended with they had a for sale sign outside of the healer's house, which caused everyone to freak out.
Yep. Everybody's
because they were like, oh, they're going to sell the house. They're going to move. They're going to change the show. They thought maybe the show was ending.
Oh, really? There were people that thought that. No way. No way.
It would be very weird of them to have them move and have to like redraw all the sets and everything. So I can see why they would think that.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, it's also, it's an incredibly high budget show. They could do it. It would just be, I can't really name another show, especially an animated show. Well, specifically an animated show that had like the characters move permanently.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, because there's so many beloved characters that it's like if they moved away, then it's like
that's the thing.
They would need all new people. Which I mean, Bluey deals with that kind of stuff, of like moving and having to deal with that kind of thing. So I was like, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yep, exactly. But then, this episode resolves that. We find out what happens to the house and what happens with the healers and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's a good show because obviously watched it with your kids before, both of you, your kids watching, and I'm told I didn't know this, but apparently some people don't like the fact that both of the kids are girls. There should be a boy and a girl apparently.
It's a very girl-focused show.
A lot of the characters are girls.
Yeah, almost every character. Muffin's a girl, right? Socks is a girl.
Yeah.
Most of their friends are, except for Rusty
Winton, Rusty. The the Jack Russell.
The Jack the
Jack Russell. The Terriers are all boys, I think.
Yeah, they're unnamed Terriers.
So like, there's a decent amount of what's his face. There's a boy that has a girl's name. It's like Courtney.
Oh, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
I thought Mackenzie was a girl for the longest time.
That's a boy.
So
But
what's
yeah.
the point of all that?
Well, what?
Well, that they're mostly girls or mostly boys. Or I mean,
It's
I
not
don't.
mostly girls. Just the healers are all girls.
The main characters, like the characters you see the most, are almost all girls. But
Like-
the two girls
Oh, okay.
are girls, so their
Yeah.
friends are going to be girls as well. It's natural.
pretty much.
It is interesting that they didn't do one of each, though. So it's like equal appeal.
But I think it's kind of like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, they're dogs in a fake show. And so it doesn't really matter what their gender is.
Well, yeah,
and they
it
don't
doesn't-
do a lot of like gender.
They're not girly either. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, they don't wear clothes.
Mhm.
So it's like,
So don't ever bring it up because I've never seen him
No,
bring
not
it
really.
up.
Most
they'll-
people still think Bluey's a boy
Oh yeah, a lot of people are like, Bluey's a boy.
because
it's
Bluey
like,
is a boy's name.
been like Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although wasn't Blue a girl too?
Blue was a girl. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And everybody thought Blue was a boy,
Yep.
because blue is a boy color, and it's like, nope.
It's not Pink's Clues.
Well, she had, what was the friend, Magenta or something?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
the one friend, the pink friend.
hmm
Magenta.
Yeah, or
There
something.
was a
There
pink
There
dog.
was a pink dog that would show up
I don't
every once
know.
in a while. But anyway, yeah, Bluey's fantastic.
Good show.
Anybody that is going to have children or be around children should watch it.
Oh, Dad'll be happy about Ethan's newest thing that he likes to watch.
Uh-oh.
1930s Mickey.
Oh, you were telling me he loves 1930s Mickey.
It's so
The
violent.
black and white.
Steamboat Willie is. I don't think we'd watch that one again because it's basically just him abusing animals the whole time.
Yeah.
Really?
Willie's
Steamboat Willie's
horrible.
not a good cartoon.
That's
terrible.
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's like playing a cat like a banjo, and
Yeah,
he's
it's awful.
squeezing a chicken to make it honk at like a horn.
Yeah, we were on a Disney bus once and they played Steamboat Willie, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no,
This
it's
is-
really rough.
Not okay." For
But then it's
children.
like he likes the little whirlwind, which Mickey's cleaning up a yard, and then this little tornado comes along and messes things up.
okay,
And it's like, yeah, there's violence. Like there's a part where Mickey puts the whirlwind in a bag, and then the whirlwind just makes the bag into a big boxing glove and punches Mickey around.
sure,
But it's like, he always just gets up. He doesn't really register pain or anything. It's,
okay,
it's just, it's very slapstick and cartoony.
yeah. Well, I don't know what it's like. It's new Mickey, but it looks old, and it
ugh.
looks like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, we don't like.
That's so violent.
Yeah,
It's
new Mickey
horrible.
it's basically Ren and Stimpy with Mickey.
Yeah,
characters.
it's so weird. Like, who thought that was a good idea? That
I know it's
like
very strange.
who is that for? I don't get it. Because Mickey Mouse Clubhouse couldn't be more
I mean,
like,
Ethan loves Mickey Mouse
sweet
Clubhouse.
and peaceful and lovely, and then you have that where they're all just like super creepy looking and hitting each other.
I know Goofy. He has like mange in the new one.
I know. I'm like, he looks like a meth.
What?
why?
Yeah, he looks
Oh,
like
Nana's here.
meth addict.
Oh,
in the new
there
one.
she is.
She's come dancing in.
There's Nana.
I got to tell you something, Catherine, because I just heard that out there.
What's that?
I was here doing a show with Jude in studio the whole time.
Yeah.
The second you walked through the door, he started coughing.
That's because he got excited and had to breathe
Yeah.
harder.
Oh, that's what it is.
That would be my guess. Yes.
Because he didn't make a
Judy.
peep the whole time you were gone. None.
Good job, Jude.
Judith. So we're just talking about Bluey. Because Bluey's going to a half an hour, apparently.
No, it's not going to half an hour. There was 1 half-hour special.
Oh,
episode.
only one special.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It was a special episode because, like, the Chili's sister and Bandit's brother got married and
Mm-hmm.
all that. So it
Rad
was like,
and whatever her name is.
what is her name?
I don't know. They all have weird names because they're dogs.
Yeah, they do have weird car.
I
Weird
suppose
car?
that's true.
Weird names.
What?
I'll think of it.
Something. So what's new with you, Catherine?
I just did something weird.
Not
You?
you.
Proud.
We're going to get Nana's picture up there.
Oh, I don't have my computer open. It
Oh,
would
you
take
don't?
too
Okay.
too much time, and I'm late. So our dermatologist down here, my friend goes to her too, and she's like, "Are you going to that thing on Monday?" I said, "What? I don't know what this thing is." She said, she's doing this." It's this new machine called M Sculpt, M Face, M all kinds of things.
All the M's.
All those.
And it's free. So you go and you get a free treatment and see if you like it or whatever it is. So anyway, I said, I'll go. Well, I go. My friend didn't show up.
Oh, there's a shock.
I know exactly what friend you're talking
Yeah,
to.
you know
Oh,
who that
yes.
is.
I think
Yes,
I
we
do
do.
too.
Based
Do what?
on
So,
that.
Well, if
So,
would my assumption be correct?
yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
So anyway, so I go over there and it's this thing that you can put on anywhere pretty much. You can put it on your inner thighs, you can put it on your stomach, your upper arms, your face.
It's called
And
M Sculpt.
M Sculpt, M Face. It's
Oh yeah, there it is. Is it
it's like
Cryo?
supposedly doing a 20-minute thing, which I did for free because I'm all about free. Supposedly it melts fat and it's like doing 20,000 crunches.
Oh, so it's like electric-y kind of thing.
Yeah, you actually feel these pretty big contractions on your stomach. I did it
Really?
on my stomach. So I got this little band of menopausal fat that just doesn't like to go away. Supposedly it melts it.
Oh, we'll have to report
I don't
that.
know if it melts it
20,000
or not.
crunches in 30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay.
Well, okay
And
with
and
lot
then
of
it thumps, then it thumps, so you contract and then it thumps a bunch of times, and the thumping supposedly is getting rid of the lactic acid.
Okay.
So you don't get sore afterwards.
Yeah, my little jiggle belt from the 1920s.
It's a way
That
more
melts it away.
it's way different than that. But
I'm kidding.
kind of the same, concept in a way, but anyway, this has I don't know 3 or 4 different technologies in this one little thing. It heats, contracts, some sort of I don't know. I didn't.
What
really,
if you pay for it? How much does it cost?
I don't know. I was supposed to stop at Dr. Carroll's office on the way in to see how much it costs, but I was like, I got to get to work, so I was going to call later just to see. I don't think it would be good if you had like a bunch of weight to lose.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think it's more for like tightening and toning,
Like
it's like spot,
stubborn.
spot things,
Stubborn areas.
stubborn areas where you just have something going on. I mean, the pictures look great. I mean, obviously, but that's always best case scenario. And
Yeah.
the girls that were taking your name and getting you in there were, like rail thin supermodels. So it's like, oh, I'll look just like her when I get done.
So, Andy, you'd have the information. You looked it up. So, M Face, how much does it cost per episode?
I
Looks
think
like it's about 150.
that's it.
Really, that's not bad.
That's what it is on Groupon. So Yeah.
Groupon does it? Because this
Apparently.
is supposedly brand new technology.
well, people are Grouponing it already.
I'll Groupon it because I don't think it can hurt you, right?
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, I did have to sign a 50,000 page, document saying that all of the
If you
horrible things
die.
that could happen to
Right.
me. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is kind of concerning that I have to sign such a
Anytime you do
huge.
anything, you have to sign a.
Well, I
Yeah.
think it's largely going to be for people who have things like pacemakers and stuff like that. If you have a
Yeah.
pacemaker, I would not do that.
No, you're not supposed to do it if you have any metal in your body. So if you have
Oh,
any
God, no.
shrapnel, like my dad wouldn't have been able to do that when
Right.
he was alive.
I'm sure he would
You
have been.
can't if you have an artificial joint. Most of those are titanium, I believe. So,
And now they are, but they weren't always.
yeah. So
If you have an
there's-
extraordinarily old one, then you might be in trouble.
Yeah, so those are some considerations if you're interested in doing it. But if it's only 100, is it 150 with a Groupon?
Yes.
And is that for like one?
It looks to be yes.
Because then you're supposed to do 4 to 6.
So,
So
it'd
I'm
be
guessing
$1,000.
they might give you one for 150, and then all of a sudden be like, oh, by the way, you need to do
You
more.
can just
and
buy the machine for $10,000.
There
it's
you go.
Only 10,000.
There you go. Start your own
Do
business.
all your friends?
Simple.
This site says it's between $500 and $1,000. So I guess that Groupon is a
Hot
really good
deal.
deal.
That is a really good deal.
A full regimen is about $3,000.
Whoa.
Well,
For the six.
you do 4 to 6, and then I guess you don't have to keep doing it unless you want to maintain your results like really well, because supposedly it gets rid of some fat. I don't know how much it can get rid of. I don't know, and I
What?
suppose it varies person to person, as
Yeah.
everything always does.
Yes.
Right.
So anyway, it kind of felt weird. Was like I said, it was like being like thumping and contractions. So it wasn't painful. So yeah, that's what I was doing this morning.
Did the doctor say to say hello to me?
She was not there
Why not?
because she wasn't there.
I like her.
This
She's
is like
nice.
some sort of, I'm sure that this is the manufacturer of this machine. This is their training and support probably to get people to sign up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So did you say I brought this up earlier before the show, and you don't have to use the name. You can use the name Hempstead instead of the town it's actually from. You know that the golf course we belong to. It's not Hempstead. I just made that up.
Okay. Yeah.
They changed the name of it.
Oh,
It used to be Golden Valley Country Club.
yeah.
It's now called the Club at Golden Valley, because apparently Country Club is too uppity.
Why did you obfuscate
What?
the name of the city and then say the name of the country club?
I don't care. I literally.
Oh,
'cause
that
I
is
don't
weird. Why
care.
would they change that?
Because
That's-
apparently the
everyone's
women
doing that
didn't
now.
like it.
Everyone's doing that now,
No, it's
apparently.
because it needs to be more. They want it to be
It's
more modern, and it's not just
modernized.
about golf. And it's like a
Modern.
lifestyle club, and it's a social club, and people don't just go there to golf. And country club just speaks to golf. And
You know what
I've
also-
always thought country club meant pool, tennis, all of that stuff, and golf club meant just golf.
Yeah, just
well, it
golf.
was Golden Valley Golf and Country Club. It wasn't Golden
It
Valley
was?
Country
I
Club.
thought it was just country club.
Golden Valley Golf and Country. It was
Well, at
GVG.
first it was just golf club.
Which is long.
Yes, which is long.
Now it's the club.
Now it's the club at Golden
The club
Valley.
at Golden Valley.
The club,
They're like
No.
country club is just
whatever.
no, it feels too old school and
Oh God! So nothing old school's good anymore.
which I just call it Golden Valley anyway, so it doesn't matter.
GV.
Yeah.
I just call it GV.
Yeah.
So
Like,
there
we're
you
going to
go.
Golden Valley.
Exactly.
I don't
No,
know.
I
Everybody's
don't care
got to
what
change
they
it. Everybody's got to change everything. Nothing's right. Everything needs to be changed.
That's right.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm writing the check for it, so I'll call it whatever I want. What do you think of that?
There you
Action?
go.
If you can
So
call
what
it-
was going on while I was gone? Any interesting factoids that I
talking
missed?
about Bluey? That's
Oh.
it.
We're talking a lot about
Okay.
Bluey, which is good.
Dad
Love
didn't show
Bluey.
up until just before 10, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
didn't miss too
Oh.
much.
Okay. What
Andy and I
was
were just
waiting
sitting
for you.
here. I gave myself a manicure.
I
Yep.
was talking to Kendall Norberg. That's what I was doing.
Oh,
So it all worked out in the end, ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen.
Kendall Trump's podcast.
No. No, we were talking about actually, literally, we were talking about the fact you're worried about the name, but the price doubled.
Oh, the price
Well, yeah.
doubled. Nice.
That's country clubs
Oh,
for
it
you.
did?
I mean,
and that's for
that's-
everything now. And
Oh,
look, I love it. We've been members there since I was in my mid 30s. So
since
it's
Jeb was
we,
As long as I can remember.
we love the place. That's not what I'm saying.
If Fawn wants
It's
to
just-
spend every day all summer there.
Yep.
Yeah, she
He
does.
loves that
Oh
place.
God,
that
as
place.
kids, we used to go to the pool so much there.
Well, especially when she found out that she could go up to the snack bar and give a number,
Yep.
just get whatever she wanted.
Order
Then
anything.
it was, although she makes Sage
Yeah.
order it because
Yes.
Sage is much more apt to not be shy about those things.
That's very true.
Yes, most of my memories of the pool at Golden Valley involve ordering club sandwich or BLTs. I did a lot of that.
Let me be honest with you. Golden Valley Country Club, the club at Golden Valley, it is now.
The club.
It's a great place. The people there are very. Kathy Penn's is the big shot there, and I adore her. I
Yeah,
love
she
that
is
woman.
very, very helpful.
And the people are great, and all the rest of it. I just every day something like this happens, and I just go, is anything all right? Is there anything that they did 100 years ago that's okay and doesn't need to be changed?
Probably
Well,
not.
I just read a
According to
thing
the-
that saying good morning now is rooted in racism.
Guten Morgen.
Good morning is
Morgen.
racist.
Yep.
How is that?
I don't know. I didn't read the whole or listen to her because I
God,
think
I
it's
can't take
I think
it
it's
anymore.
bullshit.
Well,
and
yeah, I would imagine.
Enjoy your bullshit.
You can
Where
say
do you get the-
Ohio.
Ohio, yeah, there you go.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Okay, Andy, you had something that you wanted to bring up?
Well, you said, is anything okay from 100 years ago? And I was going to say, according to Ethan, yes, they're cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoons.
No.
He loves the cartoons from 100
Mouse
years
from
ago.
He laughed so hard at the Little Whirlwind.
Does
And
he
like there was
really?
this one where Mickey gets a kangaroo, a boxing kangaroo, and then he tries to box the kangaroo and he gets the crap beat out of him.
Right.
Ethan thought that was the funniest thing in the world, watching the kangaroo punch Mickey.
Nice kid you got there.
So-
Andy.
Oh,
Jeez.
funny.
Violent.
A bunch
Trial.
of kids getting their ass
I
kicked.
mean, we grew up on those cartoons, right? And we didn't think they were real. It wasn't like, oh yes, a mouse is boxing a kangaroo. I should go belt my brother. I mean, it just didn't translate.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
of course. That's the thing. It's like it's so. One, Melissa made a good point when we were watching the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So Mickey and Minnie are mice,
Right.
and they have a pet dog, who is like a dog. It's Pluto, but
Sure.
Goofy is also a dog,
Yes.
Who's their
but he's
friend?
upright and he can talk. So
Yep.
it's like
and
why
wears
can
clothes.
why is one dog like a person, but then the other dog's like a dog, and then they have a cat for a pet, and they're mice.
Figaro.
Yeah, Figaro, and
Yeah.
cats eat mice, but then Pete is also a cat.
Pete the cat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Alex doesn't like this
I
call.
don't remember Pete the cat.
He,
Doesn't like the
yeah, he's a
call.
cat.
I mean, there's Pete,
Pete
the
is
cat
a cat.
books.
He's a big cat.
Oh,
That's
I remember
but it's
Pete.
so it's
shocking
like
to me that Pete's a cat.
it's-
I've never even thought about.
well, he just
I
looks
was
like some
bulldog,
sort of
maybe.
weird blob monster. But
Yeah.
it's very unusual for a universe like that to have anthropomorphic and also not anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
And they don't explain it.
No.
It's like, so did Goofy and Pete get hit with like a smart ray and become smart, or why is Figaro a normal cat and
It's
Pete
an
can talk?
animated
Because it
cartoon.
is what it
doesn't
is.
need to make sense.
Just very strange.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Yes.
in Bluey, at least they have continuity. It's like all dogs they can talk,
Yeah.
but no other animal can talk.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, there you go. The
Well,
dogs
is
are
that
smart.
continuity when all
Well,
animals?
it's internal consistency. It's like the dogs are smart, then the other animals aren't. It's like in real life, humans were the
Yeah.
only ones who can really like talk and have it mean anything.
Yeah.
But then every other animal can't. So,
Although we were
Right, that's
watching
true.
the new episode last night, and I was like, "Where do they keep pulling these phones out of?"
yeah, I saw
They're not wearing clothes.
this one
and
scene
they
where the
keep
girl,
reaching
yeah,
back.
she reaches behind her and pulls out a phone. I thought the same thing. I was like, that looked really weird.
Yeah, because it's like, and Dan's like, they're back pockets.
Yeah,
I'm like, but they're
but-
not wearing clothes.
Maybe they have bristly hair that.
Yeah, it's like
phone-
it's like
yeah,
an
they
afro
stick in.
pick. You just
Yeah.
stick it in your
It's
hair.
like-
They
Maybe
just,
it's
and
like
like
that.
Bluey took a coin, like she just reached
Yeah, she had
behind
the
her,
coin, yeah.
and like
Yeah.
there's a coin.
They
It was
have
just
a
like,
bunch of stuff in their fur.
where are they coming from?
It's like a
Where
early 2000s video game where they just reach off camera and pull an item
exactly.
because
Like,
it's
there it is.
easier to
There
it's hard to animate pockets and things like that.
Yeah.
Jude
Yes.
carries around things in his hair all the
He
time.
does. Sure.
Sure does.
Know it.
True, he does.
Leaves and
Yes.
sticks.
Leaves, sticks,
birds.
grass seed,
Birds.
burrs, you name it. Yeah,
Yep.
find all kinds of things in those ears.
Every time he comes over to our house, he just returns with half the forest
Yes, he
attached
does.
to him.
Yeah.
Well, I
does.
mean, they were bred to sit in the queen's lap, not
Be outside.
run through the forest. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, if
Yeah.
you think about most spaniels have longer hair.
that's true. And well, I mean,
Setters, a lot of them have
yeah,
longer
Irish
hair.
setters and like
Yeah.
dogs like huskies, they're designed to be outside, but their hair they have to groom it for 6 hours a day.
And labs.
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
I guess it
Okay.
just is what it is.
I got to ask you guys a question because it came up on the morning show this morning. New TV, either movies or series that are out. What's it called? The Outlet? Is that the big one right now? It's the Out something.
The outlet.
I
It's
don't know,
not the
called-
outlet.
What is it?
It's not the outlet.
It's Out something. It's the Out.
Out.
Doors,
Outpost.
Apparently, there's a lot of violence and it's,
liars,
I don't know what.
The
Outliers?
dropout.
Well, there's
outsiders. What?
there's Outlander, but that's not.
That's not it
no,
either.
that's old.
That's
God, I wish I
yeah,
would've
that's
had-
old.
I wish I'd have jotted that down because they were just raving about it. Apparently, there's a lot of violence in it, and there's a lot
Oh,
of
you're talking about Fallout.
Fallout. There you go.
Okay, yes.
Ah,
So you've seen it?
I have not, but I play the games for the past 30 years, so
That's what everybody said. They played
pretty
the games for
familiar
30
with
years.
the universe.
They love it. They think it's magnificent. But do you have to have played the game to understand what they're doing?
I'm
From what
sure
I
not.
understand, no.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like all these new video, like the Halo ones and everything like
Yeah.
that. You don't have to know anything about the games.
So it's just called Fallout.
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
basic premise is it was like 1940 something, 1950 something. The nukes dropped. Everyone just nuked each other. The whole world's
Oh, okay.
radioactive wasteland now.
Sure.
So culture is basically stuck in the 1950s. but it's like the year 2300 or whatever.
Oh.
And there you go. Everyone went into these vaults to escape the nukes, and culture kind of stagnated in there because it's like, it's a vault with 1950s technology. There's no internet.
Right.
So the computers are all like those green and black terminals and that sort of thing. TV is extremely limited. And then the vaults opened, and now everyone's just doing their thing.
Oh.
Yeah, they were going on and on about Tevin loves it, and a couple of different
So
people.
it's
mentioned-
sci-fi.
I guess. Is it sci-fi, Andy?
I mean, it's very low on the sci,
Okay.
I would say.
His dad's not a big fan of sci-fi.
No, I
No,
mean,
not.
like there are like laser pistols and things like that, but they're pretty rare. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Pew
Really?
pew pistols, but they're very
Pew.
rare because everyone's broken, destitute, that sort of thing. There's power armor, but that's also like unless you're part of the Brotherhood of Steel, you don't have any of that.
Brotherhood of Steel.
Yep, they call themselves the Brotherhood of Steel.
I definitely want to be in that group.
There
Yeah,
you have
usually
it.
when I play the games, they're who I go with, so I can swipe all their power armor.
There you go.
This is mine now.
Yeah, that came up big time in Civil War. Apparently, is in the movie theaters right now, and I guess it's doing really well.
Tim said it was really good last week.
Yeah.
Or
Really?
He said he was going to review it. Yeah, he said it's great.
How could it possibly be good?
I don't know.
I just don't understand. It sounds so bad.
Does
Because it's
it?
about the Civil War.
Just the
No, it's not
topic,
about
or-
the Civil War. It's about a fictional Civil War in the future.
Oh,
Oh yeah, California versus the world or something, or
California
gets
and
together.
Texas versus the rest of the country.
Really?
Oh.
California and Texas team up somehow.
There's a lot of people dreaming about this kind of a thing. They want
true.
this sort of stuff to happen. They're like, we need to have a completely different border of the United States.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called, Andy?
Civil War.
No,
It's
Civil War. That's it. I mean,
Fallout.
no, I mean Civil War. You would think if it's not about the Civil War, they would have come up with a better name.
Well, there's Captain America Civil War.
Well, at one
Oh, okay.
time, Mexico encompassed, I think, most of Texas,
Yeah, I think so.
Nevada,
Yep.
parts of California.
Yep.
And we battled for that territory. Maybe they should just go back to being Mexico.
That's my
Give it
prediction.
back.
That's my prediction, by the way. That with what's going on in the Ukraine, what's going on in Israel and the Middle East, all the rest of it, sooner or later, the United States is going to take over Mexico.
No,
No.
they won't.
Yes, they.
Why
are.
would they want it?
That would be very.
Why would they
That,
want?
the
mean-
optics on that would be so bad politically.
Yeah.
That
But look
that
at
would
the
never
optics
work.
now. I mean, there was a guy today at a post office somewhere. I don't know where the hell it was. I didn't even watch the clip on it. It appeared on the TV for a minute. But for some reason, he was in a post office in the United States of America, and he was posting a letter. And so he put it in the box, and as he's walking away, he starts screaming, "Death to America." It's like, what?
Interesting letter he must have been writing.
Like, what letter did you just post? Death to America. Why are you living here if you hate America? If I hated somewhere, I wouldn't live there,
To spread it.
right?
Yeah, to spread hate, I guess.
I guess. Do you think, now, this is the question for young Alex and young Andy.
Young.
Do you ever remember the world being so hateful as it is right now?
Pretty much always.
I mean, yeah, if you
Yeah.
go back to any
And they-
part of the world at any part of history, there's very similar things
They
going
grew,
on.
yeah, they were in elementary
Why?
school when 9/11 happened.
I
So
know.
yeah,
I know.
You guys
I was in middle
you
school.
guys were worried about the atom bomb. Like it's just there's
Oh yeah, the
always
whole duck
something.
and cover thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
the
always
atomic
something.
bombs, school shootings, kidnappings. Everyone's always worried about something.
yeah.
I suppose that is true. I just don't understand why it is everybody just can't live in their own world. I really, and I got a discussion today with someone who we ended up agreeing with one another. This whole idea that if you don't agree with me, I hate you. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to hang out with me. You don't have to like me, but you don't have to tell me you hate me. What is that?
Well, I mean, hey, in the 90s, we had Eugene and Yvonne stay with us. And
Yeah.
the reason they were staying with us is
Yeah.
because their home country, Ireland, everyone was blowing each other up over
Religion.
who liked England and who didn't.
Well, and it had to do a lot with Catholics and Protestants.
That's what the whole problem was.
Yeah, Catholics
Well,
and Protestants don't get along.
And like
in
I said,
Ireland for some
I mean,
reason.
England treated Irish people like dirt.
Yeah, they did.
They were
Yep,
terrible
they
to
did.
them, absolutely terrible to them, and they seem to be living in harmony now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seemed to be.
But it took a
Seemed
lot
to
of
be.
death to get there.
Yes.
I just don't understand why it is that people have so much hatred in their heart for everything. Do you understand it? Because
Well,
I
yeah,
don't.
I do, kind of. I
I
mean,
don't.
I think people need to get over it. But I mean, like I said, with the Irish, I mean,
Yeah.
when a bigger power comes over to your little island and says you can no longer speak your language, you are now subjects of the Queen, and you have to
Right.
pay taxes to us, and we're
Yep.
going to tell you what to do
Right.
and how to do it. And if you don't like it, we're going to kill you. We're going to rape your women just for a show of power. We're going to kill the strongest leaders. And that's our legacy for you. It's easy to see why people get mad about stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah, but I mean, it just, first of all, when all that stuff was going on between England and Ireland, none of these people were alive.
I understand, but but that is their legacy,
I know, but
and
everybody's
that's where people just don't get over. That's the problem. It's people don't get over stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you should attack other people's countries or tell them what to do or this or that or the
No,
other.
and I
thing.
mean the problem is you can't change history. You can't change
Nope.
what happened.
You
So
can't.
I mean, in the modern world, when everything is what it is, for all of this desire to go back to the way it used to be, you wouldn't really want that anyway. You
Yeah,
wouldn't.
true.
Ireland just voted to stay in the EU
Yep.
because they wanted to keep their health care.
Yep.
They could have gotten out, but they decided, or well, not the EU, it was some other thing, Brexit,
Mm.
whatever the thing.
Yeah, it
is.
was the EU, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they decided no, it's now a benefit to our citizens to keep this the way it is. We don't want to go back to a sovereign nation of our own. So, I mean, people can move on. It just seems to be there are some people that just harbor resentments. I mean, the Croatians apparently are still mad at the Italians because the Italians went over to Croatia and took some of their forests,
Was that 500 years ago?
at least. Maybe 1,000 years ago, and
Maybe it was
they're still
1,000.
mad about it. I mean, it happened. Yeah, maybe it was a horrible thing to do. They shouldn't have done it without paying
Right,
or permission
right.
or whatever. But it happened,
And there's
it's
nothing you can do about
nothing you can do about it. So why hate an entire nation of people that had nothing to do with taking the timber anymore?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we're stuck on some sort of history loop, little teeny weeny snippets of history that we're just going to
Yep.
be mad about. Whether they were wrong isn't the question. It's you need to get over it and move on.
Well, am I wrong in the fact that I don't wish death to anybody?
I don't think so. I think that's the way that you should be living.
Like, death to nobody. I hope you live a nice, happy, clean life. That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't want
Death to no one.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. It's absolutely amazing to me the levels of hatred that when you cannot watch the news anymore because it's all hatred now.
Yeah, I follow Sean Lennon.
Oh, yeah.
On X, and
Yep.
he said something about I am anti-war no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand the need to defend yourself, but I grew up and feel very strongly about being anti-war. And somebody posted back, well, what happens if somebody just murders, your people at a music festival? And he said, well, my father was murdered on the steps of our,
Exactly.
our
Condominium
condo.
building, yes.
So, and I don't want, everyone to die. Yes, I understand
Right.
you need, but it was like, what you
Yeah.
think about that. It's, if somebody had a reason to be all mad about everything, it would be him because his dad was murdered.
Murdered right in the street in the front
Right,
of the Dakota.
right in the street.
Yep.
So, it's just you are either jumping on bandwagons and waving guns and screaming, or you're an intelligent person who wants to figure out a way of talking and negotiating and getting things done. But we just don't seem to have that kind of leadership in the world right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
No.
Alex, what are the major issues going on in your life?
Don't think I have any.
You don't have any?
Not
That's
that I
pretty
can
good.
Think of.
School's
Just-
out in a little while.
Yep,
Yes, it
school's
is.
out in a little while, and I'm sad.
Yeah?
I'm gonna miss. I love going and working at school, so it'll be sad. And the teacher I work with this year is moving to a different grade next year because she has her degree is middle school math, and one of the middle school math jobs opened up, and so she's taking that. So I don't know who I'm working with next year.
But you really like working with her?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. She's fantastic and lovely, and so it'll be sad to finish up this year and know that we won't work together anymore.
Do you know if you have a job?
No, but
Oh,
everyone keeps telling me that I will, because they're like, who would not want an aide? And
Yeah.
the teacher that I work with is like, I am doing everything in my power to make sure that you are somewhere, because she thinks I'm lovely and fantastic as well. So
well,
she's
you
like,
are lovely and fantastic.
Lovely and fantastic.
oh, thank you. And we're also getting a new principal next year, so there's just a whole who knows about a
Oh,
lot of
upheaval.
upheaval. Yes, yeah, who knows? We'll see. I hope I keep my job in second grade. I really love second graders.
Yeah, second graders are nice.
Second
It's like
graders are
they're-
what, like 6, 7 years old?
7, 8.
7, 8 years old.
Yeah, it's the 10-year-olds that start being.
Yeah, I heard fourth grade is when it starts to get like,
Mhm.
what's
Oh,
wrong?
really?
Well, yeah, everybody's like, it starts in fourth.
Yep.
That's not good.
Yeah, but second graders are just like, they're independent enough,
Yeah,
and you can like tell them to do something,
they can
and
blow
they'll
their own nose.
pretty much do it. Yeah, they
That'd
can
be
go to the
good.
bathroom by themselves if you're like, you need to, and if you're like, here's where you're like getting confused, and you tell them, most of them can understand it and fix it, but they're also still so sweet
Right.
and just like, they don't have big kid problems yet. And I mean, I walk into the classroom and there's like 8 of the kids, Mrs. Rasmussen, and then run and hug me.
Oh, see how great that
And just
is.
like throughout the
Yeah.
day, I'll be grading papers at my desk, and someone will just come back and hug me, and they'll be like, "I like your hair" and stuff.
Aw.
I'm just
And
like,
you get paid for it.
yeah,
extra.
exactly. It's like it truly is one of those like, if you love your job, you don't work a day in your life. Like I
Right.
don't feel like I'm going to work. I'm like, I get to go to school.
Nice.
So yeah, they've offered me the second grade teacher job, but I'm like, no,
Well, you're not a teacher.
I can take apparently like 4 or 6 week course to get my teaching
Yeah, she
degree.
has
Oh,
a college
really?
degree, so
Oh,
that
I
helps.
suppose that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you don't need any like public schools in Minnesota. I don't think you even need a teaching degree to be a teacher.
Oh, you
No,
teachers
you just
hate
need an
that
before
anyway,
you-
activist card.
No,
You're
you
good.
just need a 4-year degree to be a teacher. in
Oh, I
Minnesota
thought.
public
Why do
schools.
people get teacher certificates? Better pay, I suppose.
Yeah, so like in public education, depending on your degree, if you have your teaching degree, you get paid more. If you have your master's in
Yeah.
something education, you get paid more, and then you can do continuing ed and take classes to get paid.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, the highest would be your doctorate in something. But
Yeah, I've had friends that were teachers, and they all ended up getting their masters, and usually paid by the school district, so that they could get paid better and have better retirement benefits.
yes,
It's like much better.
yeah, my sister-in-law she has her master's, and then she does all the continuing ed stuff, and she's like at as high as you can go without getting your doctorate. But she's like, I don't want to get my doctorate, so
Yeah, a friend of mine, she was making 85,000 as a teacher, which isn't terrible.
No.
No.
and
that's
you get
really
really
good.
good benefits as a teacher.
Really good benefits. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, what
So,
the
yeah.
hell? I've never been invited to be a teacher. I wonder why.
Shocking.
I can't imagine you as a teacher.
Shut up.
You wouldn't be a
kids.
good teacher.
No.
Why not?
I know, and the secretary
my
at the
patience
school-
level is
Hero.
very low.
You have to be extremely patient.
Yes, you
Yes.
really, really do.
I'm very patient.
I know, and it's nice, like being in the classroom with another person, because any day that I can tell that her patience is low, because she has 4 kids and like is living
Yeah.
her life. Any day I can tell that her patience is low is like, okay, I'm gonna be the like patient one, and if I see her just being like on a short fuse with a kid, which she is not, like she's a very, very wonderful person and patience of a saint, but we all have our days that it's just like I can't.
Yeah, here would be Tom. Why don't you understand this? What are you, stupid?
Well, that might happen. I can't even deny that might happen.
Well,
What the
and like
hell's wrong with you?
the thing that would deter me from being a teacher, I'm like, maybe when my kids are older and they're more like independent and like, I don't need to like they're doing their own laundry and like can make themselves food and stuff like that, then I'm like, maybe I would work.
So 21, 24, you think you could be a teacher?
Yeah. But I'm like, dealing with parents.
Yeah.
I mean, we've dealt with some stuff this year, and she's the one that has to deal with it like directly, and then I get looped in, and then I like help her navigate things. But I mean, some parents are just
Yeah,
yikes.
and you're in a small private school. You can't even imagine the stories that come out of public schools. Whew.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know. I mean, and depending on the school, they're like, I know teachers that they're like, we try to contact the parents about things that are concerning us, and you just can't.
No, I
They're
won't
just
respond.
not around.
Kids coming to school with no shoes,
Yeah.
not toilet trained at 7.
What?
Yeah,
Kids coming to school not toilet trained at 7.
yeah. Barely can
How?
read. Nobody read to them because nobody pays any attention to them. They
Yeah.
just don't
I
care
suppose.
at all. About
Well, and there's
the
a lot of
kids.
people, yeah, like reading and math and stuff. A lot of people are like, it's the school's job to teach them that.
Yeah,
I know, it's pretty sad.
yeah,
It's like,
God.
what?
yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, what else?
D-Hart wants to shout out Mike from Blaine specifically for some reason.
Oh,
So
To Mike from
there's your
Blaine.
shout out,
Shout
Mike.
Hey, Mike from Blaine.
Your
he just wants to
shout
say
out
hello to
by
Mike from
proxy.
Blaine.
I guess so.
Oh, Mike from
I
Blaine's been
think
listening to the show.
because he knows that Mike is a Fallout fan. Because
Oh, he is,
he
okay.
mentioned
Yeah.
Fallout in the message.
I see. Okay.
So there you go.
Well, we started watching a show called Ripley.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, that's what I keep on thinking. Or Mr. Ripley or Ripley. It's
Sounds
all in
called
black
Ripley.
and white. All of the episodes are in black and white.
Yep.
And it's very Hitchcockian, the way they
Oh.
filmed it. And I really like it so far. It's about this guy who was running all these like low-level scams trying to survive in New York City. It looks like it's maybe the 50s.
Yeah, that's about right.
I think. And all of a
1950s
sudden,
New York.
this guy contacts him. He's a very wealthy shipbuilder, and he says, "Oh, I know you're friends with my son. Can you go over to Italy and fetch him? He's been living on his trust fund and not doing anything with his life, and he won't respond to our letters. And I want you to go over there and talk
that's
to
right.
him."
Yeah.
And he's like, expenses paid, money. He's like, sure.
Sure, I'll do that.
So he goes over to this beautiful little town in Italy and finds this guy and pretends to have run into him. And you can just tell that there's going to be something hinky going on.
Yeah.
He's either going to do something to this guy and take his identity, or maybe the guy does something to him. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's very well done. It's shot beautifully, and the Hitchcock. If anybody's been ever into Hitchcock filmography, it's shot just really kind of cool. So yeah, it's interesting.
It's just called Ripley.
Okay.
It is, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
called Ripley. So that'll be good.
And do you know the name of the guy that's in it? Did you
No.
recognize him? I sort of recognized him, but
Well, that's you and I
Andrew
do that.
Scott.
who?
Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott. What else was he in? Do you have his bio up?
Moriarty and Sherlock.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That's what he was in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good, because I don't know any of this.
Great.
What else you got?
We've been watching the Avatar live action remake. Avatar: The Last Airbender, not James Cameron Avatar.
You've been watching it?
Yeah.
Is it a show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. No, not the M. Night Shyamalan movie either. Because
Oh,
there
M. Night
was
Shyamalan made an
Avatar
thing?
movie that was like a long time ago. It had to have been 15 years ago.
Like the original Avatar?
The Last Airbender, yes.
oh.
M. Night Shyamalan made
Yeah.
the original Avatar.
No, he made the movie.
Yeah, the movie
Yeah.
with the blue people.
No.
What?
That's just
Cameron.
Avatar. Avatar: The Last Airbender is something else.
How you
What?
guys doing?
Apparently, you don't know about that. It's a Nickelodeon show.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
Aang, he's the last Airbender.
what's an
Master of all
airbender?
four
Only
elements.
thing I know about Avatar is the blue people.
Oh.
Stupid question. What's an airbender?
It's basically like they can do air magic. They can make the air move around.
Oh, they
So
can,
there's
like,
airbenders,
move the
earthbenders,
wind.
firebenders, and waterbenders. And each one can, like, waterbenders
Control
can control
that
water,
element.
but the Avatar can control all four, and that's what makes him special.
Ah.
But yeah, it was a Nickelodeon show, and then M. Night Shyamalan made a movie about it, and everyone hated it.
Oh.
And now they're making a live action show, and it's much, much better than the movie. I can say that much.
Oh, it's like a show.
Show?
Oh, what you call it?
It's a
Anime
what
kind
you
of
call it.
Anime-ish, yeah.
Anime-ish kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a
I
lot
feel
of
like
anime.
this guy with the arrow head
Aang.
looks kind of familiar to me.
Yeah, he's.
But I've never
Oh.
known. I thought he was like a Yu-Gi-Oh character or something.
I mean, yeah, all anime kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
But
Okay. I
Yeah.
can't believe that I could even think of Yu-Gi-Oh. Look at me.
Yeah, look at you.
that's
Big
true.
shot.
Check me out.
Mm-hmm.
No big
You're
deal.
trusting the heart of the cards.
Yep. That.
You sure?
There
I
you
never
go.
actually cared about Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was such a phenomenon.
Yeah.
You couldn't avoid it.
There was Yu-Gi-Oh, and there was, what was the other one that was like the big anime show that everybody.
There's a lot of them. Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
That's
Dragon
what I
Ball
was
Z is,
thinking of.
I think, the most
Yeah.
popular anime of all time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Young Sheldon still.
Oh yeah.
It's a great show.
Well, I watched 2 episodes last night because I was watching one episode laying with Fawn. I like turn away from her and watch something on my phone so I don't fall asleep at 8:30 p.m. and wake up
Right.
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was watching that, and then I was like, I still have energy. I am gonna go downstairs and eat ice cream. And so then I watched another episode and ate ice cream. And like between those 2 episodes, his voice changed.
Oh, right.
He like is going through puberty, like actually. And I was like, wait. The first episode I watched, his voice was still like what it had pretty much been, and then the second episode it dropped. It was really pretty
I
funny.
forgot how. Yeah, I like that show. When you told us the other week that Louis Anderson was in an episode.
Yeah.
Was that season 3, episode 17? Maybe. I think that sounds right.
I don't know.
I had forgotten all about that. We used to watch that show, and for some reason we stopped. But it was a great show.
It's on
the
its
middle.
last-
The middle was a really good one too.
It's on
Very
its
funny.
last season, I think. I had never watched it up until a couple months ago, and I was like looking for something to watch so I didn't fall asleep when I was lying with one of my children. And I was like, I remember my parents saying that this is really good, and I really like it because they're short.
Yep. It's very good.
They're like extra short. And
Annie Potts is in it, and she's always good.
everybody in it is very like
she's a Meemaw.
yeah. Mima's my favorite character by far.
Yes,
She's
yes.
fantastic.
She is.
Everybody on the show is very likable, and it's just a
Yes.
sweet show. And it was so funny though. Dan had fallen asleep with Sage, and I was downstairs, and I don't usually like I'll giggle at shows or like I'll laugh a little bit, but the dad said something to the older brother last night, and I like burst out laughing.
Yeah, I
And then
know.
Dan came downstairs and was like, "Oh,
Whoops.
Lily had been asleep."
Oh.
I was like,
Whoops.
what's happening?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, my show." The dad said something funny.
It's like Andy in the basement with, what was it, Tool Time, that you used to laugh like a hyena? My God, you'd
Tool
laugh
Time.
so hard. Was it Tool
Home
Time?
Bob the
Improvement.
Builder was
Home
it?
Improvement.
Yeah.
Ethan just discovered Bob the Builder. Did you know it?
Can he fix it?
When would you guess that Bob the Builder went off the air?
Off the air?
It started in like 98 or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Went off the air?
Mm-hmm.
2005.
2011.
2017.
What?
Jesus.
It lasted
still
almost
on.
20
It
years.
was still on for
Yep.
that long.
It was still
Wow.
going all this time, and we just had no idea, apparently.
Weird. And there was another show that during COVID we watched that was like kind of similar, where it was a builder guy, but then his tools talked.
What?
And it
Hmm.
was, I was like, this is similar to Bob the Builder. And I can't remember what it, he was like a Hispanic kid, I think. Okay.
Huh.
Builder kid show.
Builder.
Probably a lot
Talking
of
tools.
those.
Talking tools.
Talking
That would definitely
tools.
be key.
Bob the Builder, never give up. It's not Bob the Builder, it's the other one. Handy Manny.
Handy Manny.
Handy Manny. Really? They came up with
Each-
that, did they?
Each of his tools spoke. They had like the hammer had like very intense anxiety. Like they all had
Because
their
he's getting whacked.
little,
Yeah.
they all had
Good point.
They all
and
had.
cracked all the time.
Oh, Bob the Builder got like a makeover
I would
because
assume
the Bob
so.
the Builder one he was when the
It was
when it was
claymation in the very
canceled looks a
beginning.
lot different than the Bob the Builder that
Yeah.
when we were
I'm
younger.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a makeover like Dora did.
There it is. All right, any closing words?
Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Did you know that Bob the Builder was British originally?
No,
I
I
did not
didn't
know.
know that.
Yeah.
What
So
was it called?
Bob the
Ethan wanted to
Builder.
watch something downstairs.
Region the. Okay.
Ethan wanted to watch something downstairs, but I couldn't find the remote because he likes to take remotes and put them
Yes.
places.
Odd
You must-
spots.
So I was like, well, all I've got is the remote for the TV, not the Fire Stick. Now, the TV is not logged into anything, so let's just open up Samsung TV and see what's on there, like the old days. And they had a Bob the Builder channel, and I was like, you like tools? Bob the Builder's nice and calm.
Yeah.
Sure. And yeah, they started speaking in British accents, and I'm like, I don't
Excuse me.
remember this, but no,
Interesting.
yeah, we had our own American dub of the same exact show, same characters. They were named Bob and the girl and the tools, whatever the hell their names are.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the characters are the same, all the dialogue's the same. It just they had American accents in America,
Cool.
which seems like a lot of effort to put into something that really doesn't matter at all. But I don't know.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, just leave it as a British accent. Who cares?
Yeah, it's like Bluey has shown that kids don't really care about accents.
No,
Right.
they do not.
Right, very true. All right, that's going to do it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
Got a picture in my pocket reminds me of this was before. Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking.